Yo, yo, yo. Aha. Oh. Enough. Righty. Let's go in. Because I was like half an hour late to stream, I decided to quickly end stream and then start again. So that we didn't have almost 30 minutes of nothing, because holy shit, the amount of technical difficulty I went through this morning was insane, and I'd rather not have that gunking up the front of the stream. So I decided to just start again. Anyway, let's go. We are starting Tokisada's route today. Tokisada today. Where can I get my app? There you go. That's very good. I have so many tabs open, you guys. Righty. Let's get to it. I don't know what to expect, to be entirely honest. Well, no, I don't know what to expect, but I'm hoping that we get answers to what the outsiders are all about. So, hopefully we get a bit of that. We might not. I don't know. We could just get answers about Tokisada specifically, but I'm hoping we get outsider lore in general, if that makes sense. Alright. Let's skip to the part where we are at 2. There we go. Tokisada. Your turn. Yes. I can't wait, because it's going to be interesting, because Tokisada's technically not able to marry yet, because he's a year younger than Byakuya. Yes, I've completed the delivery. Congratulations, Hime. To be honest, I'm glad my first delivery was here. At least I know where things are. Next. Daifku picked his head out of my bag, and I rubbed it gently as I pondered. I should look for my husband now, right? I want to tab my Gmail so I can see when my payslip comes in. There you go. Right. But before that, I should probably go to Yomi again, don't you think? I mean, there could be more letters waiting for me. I'm not trying to make excuses. It's just that I want to make sure I do the best I can on the job, on my very best job I can do on my first day. Too bad. It looks like there are no letters. It's only because you just started. I'd like to advertise my services, but like Yosuke said, there's no telling what people would think of it in the beginning. I guess I just have to take this one step at a time. I'll post some signs later on. Daifuku, why don't we get something to eat while we're...
Ah, お姉さん、お帰りなさい。
Nogizada. Oh,
無事に配達終わった？
I put dirt underneath my nails. It's bothering me. There you go. Yes, it was to the yellow district, so it was easy.
なら、ハッカショコラでお祝いしよう。ごちそうするから。
But...
おめでたいことだよ。遠慮せずに。僕にも新しい門出を祝福させて。お姉さんが無事に戻ってくるか心配だったし。
Really? Well, if that's the case, then I guess I'll take you up on your offer.
それにしても、大福、優しい人に助けられてよかったね。
Tokisada gently rubbed Daifuku's back. Yes, and I have Lady Amaterasu to thank.
一体どこで見つけたの？ドーマ殿の屋敷に迷い込んでたの？
I set my spoon down on the table as I recalled what happened. I'll never forget that day. I was just returning from my ritual. All that dancing makes me hungry, and I start to crave sweets in particular. So I got myself a Daifuku rice cake to enjoy while looking at Tenyo Island from my balcony when I saw a little white Daifuku nibbling on the Daifuku I just bought.
大福餅が2つ。
I am truly sorry. I hadn't had anything to eat for 3 days and nights, so I couldn't find his owner anywhere nearby, so I just sort of ended up keeping him. Which is why I really appreciate Camellia for bringing us together. Daifuku climbed up to my shoulder. How about you, Tokisada? How did you end up meeting Paris?
Eh? そうだね。大福の弟だ
I
し。
thought Paris was
知
older.
りたいよね。
Okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Ah, my hair. I need to fix. There you go.
僕は助けてもらったんだ。
Saved you? What do you mean?
ここに通い始めた頃、まだ勝手がわからなくてさ、のぼせて倒れちゃったんだよ。
Were you alright? You didn't get hurt, did you?
うん。幸い頭を打ったりとかはなかった。よすがに注意されてたのに長く浸かりすぎちゃって。それで動けなくなった僕に気づいて、よすがに知らせてくれたのがパリスなんだ。
That's amazing. What a good mouse.
それで僕が目を覚ました後もずっと付き添うようにそばにいてくれてね。忠義を感じてしまって、よすがに頼んで飼わせてもらうことに。
I only hope he isn't acting out of line while he's with Lord Tokisada.
ねえ、お姉さん。ジュリエットもそうだけど、この兄弟って賢いよね。まるで人の言葉を分かってるんじゃないかと思う。
we do. We do know what you're saying. However, we cannot respond in turn, which sucks. Only Camellia can. Lucky bish. I'm so jealous. I want to talk to cute animals too. You're right. Sometimes I feel like I'm actually communicating with Daifuku.
カメリアとジュリエットだって傍から見ると完全に意思の疎通ができてるよね。あれってカメリアの独り言なんかじゃないよね。
Come to think of it, Toki-san and I stared at Daifuku.
Kiki, Kiki.
We aren't like any common field mice, you know. Daifuku puffed up and showed his tummy. He seemed to be proud of himself.
やっぱり分かってるような気がする。
I think so too.
ま、可愛いし面白いし、一緒にいて楽しいからいいことにしよう。この島はいろいろ不思議なことがありすぎて、いちいち気にしてると身が持たない。
Really? This place is so different from where you came from?
え？
He then looked down as if confused.
次元殿ってことは、もしかして。
Oh, did he forget that we knew he was an outsider? I mean, his eyes are a dead giveaway, isn't it?
どうですか？僕が不気味ですか？
I wonder what's bothering him. Is it what happened before he came here? Or is it because he's an outsider? I'm sorry, Toki-san. I shouldn't have asked you that.
いや、お姉さんが悪いわけじゃないから気にしないで。それで話の続きなんだけど、違うと言っても決してこの島が悪いって意味じゃないからね。なんと言ってもハッカショコラが食べられるし。
I mean, so will Japan in a few years. I mean, well, so does Japan now. But I guess he doesn't know that. I really want to show him the note we found, that shows it's from Tokyo in 2021. I want to show him that to be like, look, you're way out of time, bro. You're right. I like it too.
お姉さんがハッカショコラを気に入ってくれてよかった。
It's my favorite now. I always thought the ice cream only came in one flavor.
アイスは他にもいろいろあるよ。抹茶、紅茶、コーヒー、いちご、みかん、レモン、時計草、あとは
Passion fruit? Are they like the flowers that grow around the Sundial Plaza?
そうだよ。実を食べられるのは知らない？甘酸っぱくて美味しいんだよ。
I saw them in a book once, but I've never seen them in real life.
海岸近くの木にはたくさんなってたよ。
I never noticed. I'll look for them next time. I savored the last bite of my mint chocolate ice cream. I'm a bit more fond of orange choc chip myself, but mint choc chip isn't bad. I bet there's a lot of delicious food that I haven't even seen yet.
この湯屋の料理人は何でも作れるっていうのが売りらしいよ。わがまま言ってみたら？
If that's the case, then I need to find out what they have. There weren't any sweets on Tenyo Island.
そうなの？聴診器の時にも思ったけど、天女島と天狗島ってそこまで違うの？
Completely. My island had no electricity, no running water, and even the houses were made of piled stones.
あ、そうなんだ。僕がいたところも電気はなかったから、もしかしてあんな感じかな。明かりはアンドンか松明で、水は井戸から汲むんだよ。
we had paper lanterns too. We also had oil lamps and paper candles. And we got our water from the river.
なるほどなるほど。なんとなく天女島の感じが分かった気がする。
I need to be careful when I move my legs because 3 times now I've accidentally knocked over my camera because it goes across me. I need to be careful. I'm not moving much because I don't want to knock over my camera again because it's already I can already see a couple of cracks forming on my screen protector and I don't want to have to replace it. Oh, that's expensive. Oh, but I don't think one is better than the other, of course. It's just that the island I came from is my home, so it holds a special place in my heart.
その気持ちは分かるよ。僕だって。
Toki-sana's voice and expression went dark.
おや、戻ってたのか。
Does he not like his home? I've also been told, it's not on my guide, but I've been told specifically to not Google Toki-sana's name. Otherwise, it spoils half of his route. And I'm wondering, given the context, I'm wondering if Toki-sana is a real historical figure from Japan. And I think that's why, because usually when you Google an Otome character, you don't get ham-fisted with spoilers right away. You just get a couple of generic Google results, right? But with Toki-sana specifically, I've seen a few people be like, "Oh, I Googled his name, and I got blasted with spoilers." I'm like, and some hints to saying that he is apparently, I think, a real historical figure in Japan, in Japanese history. And it seems like Googling his name gets you a lot of spoilers for his route. So I've specifically not looked up anything about him except for his sprites for my thumbnails on YouTube, and that's about it.
配達お疲れ様。何も問題は起きなかった？
Yes, it was only to the Alley District. I have to thank you again for preparing the letterbox.
君の手伝いができて嬉しいよ。また面白そうなことを思いついたら教えて。
いたいた。
Oh,
時貞様。
he wants to talk to us more, I think.
お湯の用意が
But
整い
everyone
ま
else
し
is
たよ。
butting in.
あ、
Don't worry about me. Enjoy your bath.
じゃあ僕は行くけど、また。
Yes, see you. Toki-sana looked back at me for a moment, then quickly walked away.
いたいけな少年の邪魔をしてしまった
He
かな。
totally wanted to. He totally wanted to tell us more. I'm sure he's fine. He did seem like he wanted to say something though. Do you mind if I ask you about Toki-sana?
どうかした？
Just for the record, I'm only asking because I don't want to say anything rude in front of him. I took a breath before continuing. Toki-sana is an outsider, right? Is it wrong to talk about that in front of him? I shared some details about what happened.
ああ。まあ、うん。僕はここの主だし、時貞とはそれなりに顔を合わせて喋ってると思う。仕事柄それなりに人を見る目はあるつもりで、時貞は決して悪い子ではないと感じてる。ただ彼は人懐っこい言動する割には逃げ腰なんだよね。
distant.
逃げ腰っていうのも少し違うかな。例えば、クロバとカメリアが冗談を言い合ってるとする。時貞はそれを聞きながら、確かに笑ってるんだけど、ふっと身を引く時が。
Oh, like when he gets, like he'll join in and laugh around and be a part of the group, but eventually, when he gets too close, maybe he'll start distancing himself. Like he'll become friends with people, but won't get like super close. He'll withdraw eventually.
クロバたちを下に見てるってわけじゃなくて、自分がここにいていいのか、笑っていいのか、迷ってる感じがする。
I'm gonna check. I don't have my pay slip yet, but last week I got my money before. Oh, okay. A couple of weeks every time, I'll like every now and again, I'll get my money, like my wages from work before my pay slip. And last week that happened again, so I'm just double checking. Like, is it gonna happen again? For a moment, I was confused by the meaning of his words.
ここから先は想像でしかないんだけど、マレビトはこことは違う場所から流れ着いた存在なんだろう。元いた場所に未練があ
Oh,
るんじゃ
he's
ないかな。
homesick.
多分クロバたちもそう感じてるはずだ。
His homeland. So his reaction back then was, I see.
まあでも時貞が自分の口で海の向こうに帰りたいと言ったわけじゃない。君があれこれ気を使いすぎても彼は寂しいと思うよ。
He seems like that kind of guy. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. I stepped outside and heard some people laughing.
ねえ、ここのお湯は本当に肌に効くでしょ。
I need to put my tablet charging. There you go.
そうなのよ。よすが様のお湯はシミが薄くなると聞いて半信半疑で来てみたのだけれど、噂は確かだった。私なんてやけどの跡がほとんど目立たなくなったのよ。すごいわよね。
I can see why this place is so popular. My skin felt so nourished after taking a bath here. I departed Shikinjo, leaving behind the chatty women praising the bathhouse. Tokisada came from beyond the ocean. As I sat at my hideout, lost in thought, the sun was beginning to set behind the horizon. Gold and vermilion blended into the dusk that slowly stretched over the skies and ocean. I shouldn't be surprised that he wants to go home. I mean, look at me. I usually spend all my time looking out at Tenyo Island as well.
元いた場所に未練があるんじゃないかな。
If he wants to go back, is there any way Tokisada could return to his homeland? It was then that I noticed. Despite knowing outsiders, I don't really know much about them. Daifuku, I bet you want to return to Yomi sometimes too. I gently rubbed the white roundness looking up at me from inside my bag.
Kiki.
No, actually, I enjoy being with you, Hime. As for the outsiders, I'm not so sure.
お姉さん。
な？
そんなに驚いた？ごめんね。
It's fine. I was just thinking.
まさか今日のうちに もう一度会えるとは思わなかった。
I like walking along the beach here. I come to see if anything's drifted ashore.
僕みたいな怪しいやつが
Huh?
冗談だよ。
Tokisada kicked the wet sand off the tip of his shoe. He then stretched as he looked at the horizon.
ああ、天草に帰りたいな。
Huh?
元いた場所に未練があるんじゃないかな。
Bibby's homesick. Is that where you came from?
うん。でも帰る方法がわからないんだよね。こうして眺めるしかできない。
A way to return.
あそこに見えてるのが天女島だよね。お姉さんだって帰りたいでしょ？
Well, yes, I do want to go back.
帰らないの？禁足地とは聞いてるけど、こっそり船を出しても気づかれないんじゃない？
You see those whirlpools out there? They keep people from getting near the island.
そうなんだ。
Tokisada's eyes narrowed as if he felt sorry for me. Then he kicked the sand again.
そうだ。お姉さんは王のドーマの恋人って聞いたよ。彼もすごい力を持つまれびとでしょ？彼なら帰り方を知らないかな。こっそり聞いてくれる？
Let me correct you on something. I am not Doma's lover. I am not his wife. I am nothing else of the sort.
でもみんなそう言ってる。
It's only a rumor.
ならどんな関係なの？
He is my honorable guardian.
正直者。僕がドーマ殿に告げ口するかもしれないのに。
He wouldn't get angry about it. He isn't interested in anything to do with me.
ふん。
Why don't I ask Tsukuyomi about how you can return?
そうか。彼もまれびとだった。つくよみとは本当に仲がいいんだね。僕は挨拶くらいしかしたことないけど。
Hello! How are you today? How is... It's been a hectic morning for me. I spent half an hour with technical issues. But we fixed them. And now I'm here. Yay. Later than I should be, but oh well. How's you? How's your day? Are you finished work yet? Well, he is about the only person I can call family now. Running low on work at work. Hey, that means you get to slack off some more. Right?
そっか。よろしくお願いします。じゃあ、僕はそろそろ失礼します。
Nice. I don't like competition. But no, yeah, we've just started Tokisada's route, which is fantastic because I spent the morning... I would never admit that. Of course. I spent the morning doing Riku and Kuroba's bad ends. Somehow not as tragic as Yosuga's, I think. Definitely not as bad as Yosuga's. I think Yosuga's bad ends so far are probably the worst. Except for one. One of Kuroba's bad endings is maybe a bit worse, but that's just because everyone dies. But, no, yeah. So I need this. I need to meet Tokisada and be filled with his happiness because he's just so bright and jovial. I need the wholesome to fill the void. But I at least have 100% CG completion for Riku, Tokisada, Riku, Kuroba, and and Yosuga now.
お姉さんもあまり遅くならないようにね。
So far, really, I don't think you've missed much. We've just kind of been chatting. It seems like Tokisada wants to go home to Japan. Like, he wants to return to where he came from as an outsider. And I've also been told not to Google his name, especially his full name, because he is apparently an actual Japanese historical figure, and Googling his name will pretty much spoil, apparently, the majority of his route. So I haven't been doing that. Oh yeah? I've been playing the Digimon game recently. I've been oh gosh. I've heard that Digimon does get edgy. So Doma, Jigen, and Tokisada are confirmed to us to be from Japan. Tsukuyomi is also an outsider, and I think everyone probably assume he's from the same place, but I'm kind of under the impression right now that Tsukuyomi is just a god who's chillin' on Earth for some reason, looking after white chicks. But yeah, I've heard Digimon gets pretty edgy. Oh boy. Yes, see you later. So yeah, it seems like he's a bit homesick and has just asked us if we could get information from Doma, and we're like, well, maybe not Doma, let's ask Tsukuyomi instead. Ding
元
dong.
の世界に戻る方法はない。
Well, shit. We tried. I'll call it Olympus. For real. We should do that. It'd be cool. I mean, I guess, like, we've established, I think, in the redacted part of a stream previously, that we're Tengu Island and Tenyo Island are somewhere off the shore of Japan, kind of above Hawaii-ish. But it would be cool. Just a random ass freaking Greek guy. Okay. No way to return? Well, that was blunt. After Tokisada left, I decided to go down to Yomi. I wanted to let Tokisada know right away if there was a way for him to return. At least that's what I had hoped.
正確には海に身を投じてもどこに流れ着くか僕にも
Oh, he could kind of end up
わからない
anywhere.
というところかな。
I still got no money.
この海の果てに大渦があるのは知っているね。
So there's a great
それが
big super
向
whirlpool
こうの世界とこちらを隔てている。
beyond the one around Tenyo Island.
ああしていろいろなものが流れ着くくらいだから、
Mm.
確かにつながってはいるのだろう。
So if you jump into the whirlpool, do you get isekai'd to a random point in time at a place?
だが渦を抜けた者がいたとしてそのものの行方を僕たちが知ることは
Yeah, there's no
できないだろう。
guarantee you end up in the place you want. Hasn't there been anyone who's gone beyond the whirlpool and returned?
いないね。僕が知る限りでは。
Right? Or maybe the gods are specifically not letting them. Because there's definitely not. Well, I think we discussed this in the redacted form of, the redacted part of a stream in which I almost doxed myself. They also don't know what planes are specifically because they're like, you would assume, right, that planes would have flown over the island at some point, but no one's mentioned something like that occurring. So I have a sneaking suspicion that Tengu Island and Tenyo Island are on Earth, but they're under some kind of temporal Bermuda Triangle kind of situation where that kind of thing just can't happen, or like if a plane or something gets close, maybe it crashes, and that's how people find things on the shores, because people's luggage and crap goes onto the shore or something. I feel like there's some sort of maybe Bermuda Triangle thing kind of going around over the island, if that makes sense. I see. Toki-san is not going to be happy about this.
朽ちたムクロならば数えきれないほど打ち上がったが
Dead people? Fantastic. I couldn't help but frown. I guess. I mean, I thought usually during the day you can see planes in the sky. Or is that specifically because, like, they would be close to landing?
それくらい生きた体のまま流れ着くことは珍しいのだ。だからこそまれびとと呼ばれ尊ばれる。
Tsukiyomi smiled and patted me on the head. But it's a pity that he can never return to his homeland. I bet he's going to be really sad to hear it.
戻れないことは彼が一番よくわかっているはずだ。なぜならこの島に来たばかりの頃に
Oh, he's already
何度も
tried to
海に
leave
入ったのだから。
multiple times. Huh?
どこまで遠く泳いだつもりでも波がいつの間にかまたあの海岸に運ぶ。
That sounds scary. I always thought outsiders were like gods who were brought here, but you sound like you're all prisoners. I suddenly realized how heavy and ominous those words sounded. I'm sorry, that wasn't the right way to word it. After all, outsiders are special to us. Okay, but why? Why are outsiders special? They don't have any color traits. If outsiders are effectively, is that the word? Outsiders are effectively colorless. Why are they important? That makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. If they're not over... And then ships might also be too far away to see as well. I'm still confused as to why are outsiders so important? Why are they great? Why?
どうしても帰りたくば果ての渦潮まで船を漕ぎそこで身を投じてみてはどうかと
That's also a good
伝え
point.
てくれ。
But does that... I get that, but does that then... Does that new information lead a lot to them being given positions of power over the color classes? Because you got to remember, Jigen and Dolma are both outsiders who were given the top leadership positions on the island under Hiroko. So I'm just like, I get that they bring insights, I get that they bring knowledge, but is it enough to give them positions of power over how the island is run? I'm I'm curious. I really hope that Toki-sada's route gives us that kind of insight.
ただし、一人で。
I looked sternly at Tsukiyomi, knowing what he was implying. You're telling me not to go, right?
大事な白の娘だからね。
I know my color traits are rare and that I'm the only one remaining, but...
波は求めし者へ。きっと彼にもここにたどり着いた意味があるのだよ。
He really was fickle with his negativity and optimism. I still couldn't read him after all these years of knowing him. True. And it also seems like Doma maybe kind of got his position just kind of by being there because... what's his name? Kuroba's dad, the previous leader of the Yellow, died suddenly of Haku, so they kind of really gave it to the next best person, I guess, without much thought. Maybe.
大福。
Yes. Daifuku popped his head out of my bag in response to Tsukiyomi's sudden call for him.
お前がこの娘にたどり着いたのもアマテラスのご加護だろう。
True. Like, I know we found out in Kuroba's route that he's not as bad, maybe, as we think. Fully. But yeah, I still don't fully trust him. Absolutely. In the name of my clan. Daifuku's family to me. So I'll take good care of him too. Meh. He might be selectively evil. I gazed out at the night ocean and breathed a heavy sigh. It won't be easy telling him there's no way for him to return. Then again, I'm in the same situation. I can't go back, even though I can see my homeland from here.
きっと彼にもここにたどり着いた意味があるのだ。
In this route, he was brought here to be your sobbing. I'm still super curious about whether or not Byakuya's hair is actually going to turn green, because Toki-sada's an outsider and doesn't have any actual green traits. So I'm like, is her hair color going to affect anything? Because he's not a color class person. He's an outsider. I really want to know, but I don't want to skip ahead as well. I've got so many games that I need to buy. I need to get Tales of Exilia. I'm buying Pokemon Legends CA today. Once I get paid, I need to buy Tales of Exilia so I can stream it. There's so many games. I need Pokemon ZA, which is what I'm getting today. Probably to play off stream. I'm not sure if I'll stream the Pokemon game. I might stream Shining Hunting in the game, but I'm not sure if I'll stream the game. Tales of Exilia to stream. I need to go and get Trials of the Sky, the first chapter remake, because I want to stream that. And then what else is coming out eventually? That a couple of other games I think are coming out eventually that I want to play as well. This hobby is so expensive now. Goodness. Okay. I'm gonna say this because it is my opinion, but a lot of the hate for ZA is overblown. And a lot of people are making up shit to just shit on it. But it's also expensive. The Switch 2 version should not be $112. Like, no. And that's in my currency. I'm looking forward to Gen 10 though. We should hopefully get a Gen 10 announcement maybe early next year. Lawsuit. With who? Oh, the Pal World one? I thought that was thrown out. I can only hope that there's a good reason why the two of us were brought here. Suddenly? Why is the chapter called Suddenly? That's a weird chapter name. Suddenly what? Ominous. Another day without any letters to deliver. What should I do today? As I mumbled to myself, I was suddenly reminded of something important. What in the world am I saying? I have to go and find a husband. Rip. I have zero interest in Pal World, and I do kind of agree that a lot of the Pal World designs are very questionable. I don't believe actual assets were stolen, but some of the designs are laughably sus, in my opinion. But I am kind of into the game that they are developing now. That's a spin-off, which is Pal Park? Pal Park? Pal Farm? The farming sim? I'm down for that one. I'm interested in that one, but I have no interest in Pal World. But that's fair. That's fair. Sitting on the bench in the plaza hasn't exactly accomplished anything so far. What off? Everyone I call out to just runs away from me. What should I do?
お姉さん、おはよう。これから配達？
My eyes shifted away the moment I saw his face.
その顔。やっぱりつく読みでもダメだった。帰るのは難しそう。
He called us out on that quick. I'm so sorry that my idea didn't work.
そんなことないよ。お姉さんは十分優しい。実は次元殿にも帰るのは難しいって言われてるんだ。でもつく読みならもしかしてって。
So he's already asked Jigen as well. Tsukiyomi said he didn't know the way back.
帰ってお姉さんに迷惑かけたよね。このことは忘れて。
Yeah, the summoning patent was a bit bullshit. Yes, the designs that were called into question were not legally actionable. What? I feel like that's legal skirting around the... Personally, I feel like it's... Yes, they can't be legally actioned on, but you know being exposed there. I mean, what? I'm not sure what the exact patent was. What was, wait, let me look this up. Nintendo summoning patent. It seems like Nintendo and the Pokemon Company were granted a US patent for a gameplay mechanic that involves summoning a character to fight enemies on a player's behalf. If they were granted a US patent, does that mean that the patent is only works in the US? Or is a US patent still effective worldwide? Or is that only in America? So like another game development company from outside America could make a game that includes the mechanic that's quote unquote patented and not be sued? Okay. Looking at wiki articles and people explaining details, apparently, so the core thing is, from quoting a post, Nintendo didn't patent summoning creatures to fight as a whole. They patented a very specific Pokemon loop which requires a throw to trigger action. Example, throws item, creature appears, battle starts, auto or command, enemy gets weakened, throw item again, capture succeeds, new creature joins your party. And let's talk about the claims. And a patent, claims are like a recipe. You're liable to lawsuit only if you use all the ingredients in that recipe. Okay, so you can't get sued unless you do everything in the patent. Let's break down the claims of this patent. Number 1, throwing an object equals summoning. The player throws an object at an enemy. The action makes an ally creature pop out, the sub-character referred to in the patent. The game auto-places it in front of the player or the enemy. Number 2, automatic movement. Once summoned, the ally moves on its own. The player does not pick an exact spot, the system decides instead. 3, 2 battle modes. The game switches between auto battle, creature fights by itself, command battle, you choose the moves. 4, creature mechanic, weaken the enemy, throw a ball, capture it. If successful, enemy is added to player's party. 5, reward system, after battles, player gets victory rewards or captures the enemy. Now in this patent we have 2 kinds of claims, main ones, independent claims, and secondary ones, dependent claims, that add the details to the main ones but are not valid by itself. The main ones are throw an item to summon, throw an item to capture. Conclusion. Nintendo's patent isn't the end of indie monster taming games, it is just locking down their throw item to summon and throw item to capture loop. If your game doesn't use an object as a trigger to summon the creatures or catch them, you are already outside the danger zone. Secondary claims like automatic movement or battle mode are only add-ons to the main claims and aren't a liability in themselves. Summoning and capturing creatures in other ways, magic circles, rune whistles, skill commands, etc., or capturing them differently, bonding, negotiations, or puzzles are fine. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, I just rattled off that whole thing, but it's interesting. I don't know a lot about how this kind of stuff works. So it's still kind of shit, but it seems like they've patented a very specific game loop. But it also does kind of sound like exactly what Pal World also does, because they also throw an item and use it to capture. But yeah, it seems like for the most part it's okay. Like, everything is still safe. It's just, like, absolutely this pattern was made specifically to go after Pal World, because Pal World does do the same thing. You throw, like, a card at the enemy, and then the card is what captures them, and then you throw out a card, and that's what the enemy pops out of, your ally pops out of. Also, back to the game we were actually playing. Unable to come up with a good response, all I could do was smile.
それよりも手紙だよ。今日はどう？
Yeah, no doubt the pattern was to go after Pal World. No, it's okay. I like going on tangents. I have ADHD. I'm all about tangents. Tangents are my blood. If you hadn't have brought it up, I probably would have brought it up. I didn't get any today, but I did only start recently.
そっか。
Tokisada ran his hands over the red box, then looked at
あ
me.
のさ、なぜいきなり手紙の配達なんて始めたの？カイナのことは一応聞いてるけど。
Huh? I guess it does sound like a strange idea. I took out the Kanado permit from my bag.
手形がどうかした？
Of course you know that it's easy to go to Yomi from the surface, but it's very difficult for the other way around.
ほぼ不可能だよね。
Anata? Watashi? I read that, I'm like, Anata? Watashi? You mean watashi me? Sorry. That was a dumb joke. But I get it. I get heated about other things as well. Like, you do not want to bring up pure breeding and thoroughbreeding in my zone because, oh, I could write about that shit for ages. But, like, and a whole bunch of other things. But I get how you feel. We always got those things that were like, about, you know? I'm hungry. I want my food. I would like to be paid soon, please. I'm so hungry. I'm very hungry. Really? Without the stubbed noses and the breathing issues and the curly tails that give them back problems? I mean, before humans destroyed pugs, they were still pugs with faces that could breathe. Next, bulldogs. We need to fix bulldogs. Oh god, we need to fix bulldogs. And King Cocker Spaniels. Oh boy. We've ruined so many dogs. We've done it to cats too, but cats are a little less destroyed than dogs are. Oh, that makes me sad. Just hearing people be like, "Oh yeah, my bulldog lasted 3 whole years." I'm like, 3 years. 3 for a whole dog life. Nah, that ain't right. Oh, it gets me. No, I'm not gonna go on this tangent. I'm not gonna rant about it yet. I'll Google it for you. Average life of bulldog. Average life of a bulldog. At worst, it's... I don't believe this. Google is telling me that's 8 to 10 years, and I'm like... Really? Like, bulldogs can live long, but I don't think it's... Especially if it's a purebred. I don't know. I've heard way too many stories about bulldogs not even lasting, especially some specific breeds of bulldog, lasting not even 5 years. Like, they're just some... No, I don't believe that. I've seen too many stories about bulldogs not lasting even 5 years. Like, absolutely, probably some did last that long. Can live that long. But they're not going to be very healthy doing it. I drew a bit closer to Tokisada so I could whisper to him. I'm going to trust you with the secret.
Nani?
I'm a little dissatisfied with Tengu Island.
Huh?
So I wanted to try and change things.
お姉さん?
Shh. I put a finger to my lips before looking around us.
それって反乱とか?
A collective rebellion of authority. Let's have a healthy pug. Oh, I think I've seen what you... Yeah, I think I've found what you're meaning. Retro pugs. Are you talking about retro pugs? A retro pug is a designer dog created by crossbreeding a modern pug with a Jack Russell Terrier to revive the older, healthier pug look with a longer snout, less extreme wrinkles, and fewer breathing issues. These dogs are intended to have a classic pug personality with enhanced health and vitality, although they have more energy due to their terrier lineage. Yeah. To address health problems, modern pugs have been selectively bred to have extreme features such as a very short snout, which causes breathing difficulties. Retro pugs are bred back to a healthier, more natural build. And yeah, to agree. So yeah, it seems like they've taken a modern pug and crossbred it with a Jack Russell Terrier in order to kind of bring back its older, more healthier way of being. Cool. But yeah, that must be what you were thinking about, retro pugs. Not at all. I wouldn't dare try going that far.
そうだよね.
Lisa's like, you want to uprise? Are we going to usurp? No, we're just gonna change. See, exactly. See, this isn't a tangent, it's it's on topic because, again, things be shit. Inbreeding is bad. Keeping it within the bloodline is bad. Yay, learning. Akasa told me that we have to destroy the system to rebuild it. Tokisada took a step back in surprise and hit his back against the little box.
あ、ごめん。壊れてないよね。
I want to know who you are! The retro pug uprising is nigh, yes. I mean, if I was to get a pug, knowing that retro pugs exist, I would get a retro pug. I mean, it's not even like just pugs and bulldogs as well that have been brutalized. I'm pretty sure King Cocker Spaniels eventually will always go senile and like, I don't know how to say it without saying a word I know is not okay to use in modern lexicon. Without going a bit derpy and unwell, because I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that King Cocker Spaniels' skulls are so... Ugh. Go away. Thank you, Seribot, for getting rid of that. But, yes, they will eventually become mentally disabled because their skull is so small that as their brain develops, it smushes it because the brain does not have actual room to grow. Because I want to double check this. I want to make sure this is correct, so I want to make sure I'm not feeding you bullshit. But yeah, Charles King Cocker Spaniels. Charles King Cocker Spaniels. Skull being too small for brain. Yes. This is a condition called Chiari-like malformation, CM for short, which occurs when a dog's skull is too small to adequately accommodate its brain, particularly in Cavalier King Charles Spaniels and other toy breeds. This mismatch causes the cerebellum to be compressed or forced through the opening at the base of the skull, affecting the flow of the cerebrospinal fluid. This condition is often linked to serignomelia and a painful disease where fluid-filled cavities form within the spinal cord. Fantastic! Yep. So basically, the skull is so small that the brain forces its natural fluid to go throughout the spinal cord, and it creates like these little pockets of crap that gunk it up. Symptoms and side effects. Pain, head scratching, neurological signs. Yeah. Symptoms and effects. Pain. This is the most common symptom, often described as intense. It can be position-based, such as yelping when being picked up or hesitating to go upstairs. Head scratching. Affected dogs may constantly scratch their head or ears, sometimes with their hind leg, but without making contact with the body, often called ear scratching. Neurological signs. A dog might show an unusual head posture, squint in bright light, or walk slowly. Cerebrospinal fluid flow disruption. The compression of the brain can alter the flow of CSF, which might lead to the development of stromatoglia. And it seems like the way to treat it is anti-inflammatory drugs like NSAIDs, surgery to remove part of the skull so the brain has room to breathe, and yeah, rest. So yeah, I was right. And yeah, it usually happens in Cavalier King Charles Spaniels more, mostly, but it can happen in other toy breeds as well. Yep. We destroy everything we touch. Isn't that lovely? Yay, learning! I'm so sorry, Tokisada. I should have expected something like that to surprise you. Oh, yeah, that.
いや、うん。別に。
He looks so scared. I shouldn't have said that. I don't think Akaza meant it in a literal way. At least I don't think he did. It's just that Akaza, Kuroba, and even Yosuga seem to have opinions about the color class system.
え？ヨスがまで。
Well, Yosuga didn't say it directly, but he does seem to be against the concept of pairing people by color class. As for me, I guess it doesn't apply to me, because I was born on another island. I don't plan on making some huge change to this island. It's just that I do want to change it a little. Of course, I won't let it get in the way of my performing my rituals, but I just can't keep myself from trying to do something new and helpful. Tokisada looked a bit uneasy. The rush, yeah. I mean, if I found out about that too, I would also want to do the Russian thing to him. So, like, you know. A human-ape hybrid is a bit different of an experiment than just trying to teach a gorilla sign language. Like, teaching sign language, that's great, that's fine. Sure, whatever. But what that guy was trying to do? Guillotine. Very different, very different. Which is why I came up with my delivery service. I want to connect Yomi to the surface somehow.
そうなんだ。あの赤座がそんなことを。
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make Akaza look bad or anything.
大丈夫だよ。それはちゃんとわかってる。
What is your deal? Why are you so scared of revolution? What is your story? Really?
黒羽だってヨスガだってそんなことは一言も言ってなかったのに。
Well, I doubt those two would want to do anything extreme. Nah, I want my money. You know, I shouldn't have dragged Akaza and the others into my story. Just forget what I said. Tokisada fell into deep thought. Did I say something I shouldn't have? Now that I had some time to think about it, it wasn't as though I knew Tokisada very well. All we've done is eat ice cream and dumplings together. So this kind of conversation must be too much for him. No, that's okay. It's okay. It's my payday today, so I'm just waiting for my money to come in. I'm good. My hours are probably about to go up soon as well, anyway. Yay. But I feel like he would listen, so... I looked down, feeling as though I did something wrong. It was marry. Marriage. After a moment of uneasy silence.
僕にできることないかな。
Oh! He is pro-revolution. Huh? He suddenly moved closer to me.
何でも言って。何でもする。
Tokisada.
え？あ、
He seemed a bit too gung-ho about, yes, revolution. His eyes shifted and then he looked down again.
ごめん。いきなり。
But you're... So, Byakuya is 18. Tokisada is 17. How prominent could a 17-year-old Japanese boy from the Edo period be that he's... I want to know what his deal is. Well, if this was a different game. Shh. For that. That's what you get, Kaze. Don't forget I can bonk as well. I have the power. I have infinite power. There's no need to apologize.
実は僕も同じように思ってたから。
Huh? Really? I quickly looked around after noticing how loud I was. Even though we're in Yomi, the subject matter could be disturbing to hear. You didn't? I heard it. Yeah, I heard the bonk. Did you not hear the bonk? Ah. No, it was my fault. I had the sound alert muted.
Emotional damage.
That was probably a bit too loud. Was that really loud? I didn't hear it because I didn't put... I didn't hear that because I didn't have monitoring on, but I assume that was really fucking loud because it went to the red. It wasn't too loud? Okay, cool. There we go. I should be able to hear it now.
NANI?
There we go. Now I can hear. Now everyone can hear it.
ただ僕はまれびとだから。
I will bonk you again, bitch. Tokisada.
この島のことはよくわからなくて、どうすべきか判断が難しくて。僕がこの島でできることを見つけられなくて。ああ、天草に帰りたいな。
The vermilion dusk flashed across his face back then.
でも僕がこの島のためにできることがあるのならしたい。
I could tell by the look in his eyes how serious he was. A sense of relief swept over me and I was moved by his determination.
きっと彼にもここにたどり着いた意味があるのだよ。
だから何かない。僕ができること。
I was happy about his offer, but I wasn't sure how to respond. Tokisada, I appreciate your offer, but I myself can't think of what else to do at the moment.
そっか。そうだよね。
I don't think you need to rush or anything. Akaza told me this before, but I'm sure it'd be helpful to start with what you can, Tokisada.
わかった。焦るのは良くないよね。じゃあ考えてみる。こういう話ができて嬉しい。どうもありがとう、お姉さん。
No problem at all.
僕はそろそろお湯の時間だから行くね。また。
Was that all right? I wasn't planning on getting Tokisada involved, but... Viva la
きっ
revolution!
と彼にもここにたどり着いた意味があるのだよ。
Well, if Tokisada can find a reason for coming here, then everything will turn out well. I walked to Kanado as I thought about what happened. Then there's a familiar face coming toward me.
オランピア
Kaina!
いいところに
My bro.
申し訳ないんだけどまたカナンに手紙を頼めるかな
Ugh. No. But for you, yes. Kanan sucks. But for you, anything. He handed me an
こ
envelope.
の前と同じ内容なんだけど返事がないから
Of course. You can count on me.
無理なことを頼んでいるのは分かってるんだもし弟が君を責めたりしたらごめんね
You don't have to worry. He really seemed worried about you the other day.
そうだったね
Worried, asterisks, maybe. Do I get bigger when I move the camera closer? I do get bigger when I move the camera closer. It's like a manual zoom in. Kaze, don't spoil yourself. But yeah, I was told that looking up the historical Tokusatsu is basically spoilers. You are just like me. I want to look him up, but I know I can't because it would ruin the route. I'm sure he's happy and just wondering what to write. So I'll make sure this one gets to him.
よろしくせめて俺は宿舎の連中に宣伝するからね
I know you can. I trust you. I don't trust myself. No, I promise. Shh. I like remembering I have power. Thank you so much. Now I'd better get going.
いってらっしゃい気をつけて
Bonk. Yeah, meow, meow, meow. Kind of gave me a great wave to send me off. That's what you get for bragging. Now then. I went to Ibisuro after Akaza inspected the letter to Kanan. I sure hope he has a letter ready. I don't want to rush him, but Kaina's waiting for his reply. Excuse me. Hello?
おやオランピア本日はどういったご用件でしょう
You have caused me no endless amount of problems on other routes, and I am assuming you're going to cause problems in this one too. I brought another letter for you from Kaina.
あ
He was clearly bothered by the letter and showed a bit of
あ
hesitation.
何がまたあなたにご迷惑を
Asked
か
by
け
this
た
guy.
よ
I know, like,
申し訳
he
ありません
hasn't actively and directly done anything evil or malicious to us, but he's kind of just enabled shit to go wrong. And that's kind of like almost worse. Don't say that. He isn't inconveniencing me one bit. In fact, I actually started a delivery service since the last letter I brought to you.
もちろん存じておりますよ
Kanan stared at the envelope in his hand, then gave a sigh.
オランピアあなたのその善良で慈悲深い心は素晴らしいと思いますですからそんなあなたを見込んで兄にこう伝えてほしいのです望みが叶うように尽力すると
Oh. Okay. That's very different to every other route we've been through. What? Who are you? And what have you done with Kanan? What do you mean you're gonna do your best to make his wish come true? Sus. I don't know, I don't believe you. I stared at him for a moment.
手紙は赤座の検閲が入るんですよね。この言葉ももちろん彼に話して構いません。そして彼がそんな伝言は許さないというのであれば、この言葉は忘れてください。
Kinda is asking him for something? Sure. I'll do my best to make sure a reply gets to him. Well, from other routes, we know that Kaina's request is to be able to go and put flowers at the combined grave. For his executed partner. Kana smiled faintly and then touched a gun laying on display next to him. Okay.
そうか。あなたは奥ゆかしく真面目な方ですから、手紙を盗み読んだりはしませんでした。
True. I would never do such a thing. My cousin speaks the letters, but he never tells me what's in them.
では、手紙の内容をご説明しましょう。カイナの恋人が処刑されたことはもう耳に入っていますか？
I nodded in response.
ならば、玉そぎという言葉は
No.
玉そぎはこの天狗島の極刑です。生きながら罰により色を引き剥がされる。
Yeah. Maybe. Huh?
何度か立ち会ったことがありますが、あれは本当にむごい。
Don't tip over my camera again.
生皮を剥がされるような、肉をえぐられるような、いえ、もっと僕たちには想像もつかない苦痛でしょうね。
How fun! Stop it.
それくらい重い罪なのですよ。この島で原式の王の男とオツの女が結ばれるということは。
Yeah. His words sent a shiver down my spine.
玉そぎでは肉体は消え去ってしまいます。
It turns him into rocks.
代わりに残った小は医療院に回収され、薬の材料になります。
Medicine?
医療院には弔いの日があるのですが、兄はそこにたった一度でいい花を備えたいと。
Yeah, he wants to lay flowers at the memorial monument to honor her. Kaina's bright smile flashed in my mind, only to disappear quickly. He can't even pay his respects and lay flowers for the one he loved? Yeah, because we learned that that's what Sakyo's slowly doing, bit by bit. And then he ramps it up in Riku's route, but yeah, we learn that that is happening. It wasn't pleasant to learn something that could be considered evil. Unfortunately for me, I had one additional truth of that nature to weigh on my mind.
色を破って体の関係を持つことを外しと言います。道を外したからとか、恥ずべきことだからとか、言われは様々です。兄はその外しという、この世界で最も罪深い称号を背負ったわけです。
What a horrible practice. I couldn't believe how many island traditions here were so offensive to me.
もちろん簡単なことでないのは分かっています。ですが、血を分けた大切な兄です。
I mean, surely for one day, your status as... Because, yeah, Kanan is the leader of the Orange. Surely his status would be like, for one day, I'm going to use my permit to bring this one person up from Yomi. Shouldn't he have enough sway to be able to do that just once, as a one-off? I'll let him know what you said.
ところでオランピア、なぜこんな手紙の配達を？兄がきっかけだったのかなとは思いますが、今も続ける理由は？
First Tokisada, now him? I didn't expect to be asked about this twice today. I guess it proves how peculiar it is to do this. Strangely enough, it didn't make me feel bad. I always had been treated as an outsider and looked like I was some sort of rare animal. But a lot of people actually like and support my idea to deliver letters. I just want to do what I can to help.
なるほど。あなたができることですか。
そうか。玉そぎのことを聞いたか。
I don't regret learning about it. I headed straight to here as soon as I left Ebisuro. I came to confirm whether or not I could relay Kanan's message and to learn more about the medicine that Kanan mentioned. Good point. If he was someone from the primary classes, it may work because the primary classes hold more sway than the secondary color classes. But yeah. While we're on the subject, would you mind sharing with me what kind of medicine is made from the shore of those executed?
白だよ。
I instinctively frowned.
白の治療薬には小が必須なんだ。薬を作るためには複数の色の小が必要不可欠でな。だから正確には処刑されたものの小だけが使われるわけじゃない。小の純度や大きさには結構なばらつきがあるんだ。あまりにも小さいと鳥居に使えないしな。
I mean, Doma and Jigen are in agreement that the color class system should be axed. They just can't do much because Shura is not in agreement, and I think their agreements have to be unanimous?
鳥居や太陽の糧にするには小さすぎるものをね。ほら、 これで砕いて粉にするのだ。
If I recall Tsukiyomi saying, I recalled Tsukiyomi saying something about this before.
小を白の薬にする研究はずっと昔から行われていたらしい。形になったのは最近なんだが。ま、天女島から来たあんたにしてみれば、遺体の残骸から薬を作るなんて不気味。
I mean, yeah. Exactly. Like we managed to let them convince we managed to convince them to let people from Yomi up one day a month, I think it was. One day a month people from Yomi are allowed to come up to the surface. Ooh, first question of Tokisada's route. We are saying show is used in many ways. Show are used in a lot of ways, aren't they? Well, I suppose the word used is disrespectful.
それはないんじゃないか。鳥にしろ、太陽の餌にしろ、薬の材料にしろ、何かの役には立ってるわけだし。
I suppose you're right. But what surprised me the most today was hearing about Tamasogi. I still feel shaky when I hear about it.
カイナが極刑を免れたのはカナンのおかげです。神門に自ら赴き、カイナの罪を陳謝したのです。
Yeah. That might be Himuka's route. Because Himuka is the Undertaker, whose job it is to deal with, like, that kind of thing, you know? He's the Undertaker, he's all about, like, dealing with Haku and those who have passed away and died. So we might see more of that in Himuka's route.
I'm sick of girls attributing every mistake to gaslight, love bomb. Not everything's a manipulation tactic. Sometimes we just suck. Sometimes we just make mistakes. Not a plot. It's not a strategy. It's just a mistake. Okay? I recognize that gaslighting does exist, but most times the guys just make a mistake.
Would you guys date each other?
No. I think if me and Yvonne met at this time, she would probably have a crush on me, but I wouldn't be interested.
That's crazy for you to say. You don't think it would be reverse?
I was
You think
irritated
I
once
would
again
be
by this new
interested in
discovery.
Yvonne if we met?
だから今度は読みから引っ張り上げようって思ってるんだろう。麗しき兄弟愛だな。
Okay, give me a sec. Oh, did you hear that? I got sent a TikTok, so I was watching a TikTok. Did you hear the TikTok? You may have heard the TikTok I was watching. Oops. Okay. Sorry. How? I don't know why.
Not that there's any.
Did you hear that again? I'm sorry. How? Why are you hearing that? That's weird. You guys have never been able to hear a TikTok I've been watching on. Okay, that's a sound thing that's fucked up. Oh, okay. I will not watch TikToks on the side while I'm streaming. That's such a bullshit ADHD thing. Like, I'm sorry, I should not be watching TikToks while streaming. I promise I'm focused on the stream. Bro. Okay, back to what we missed. So, yeah, Kana was able to avoid execution because Kanan went to the court and got him reduced to execution. Okay. Probably. But can't Kinda come up to the surface if it's just to lay flowers? No, I used to shh. No. Sometimes I just space out because I disassociate from existence. But I also may end up scrolling Twitter. Sometimes. That's all you gotta say, Kuruma. Don't ask us. But Akaza, you knew what was in the first letter I delivered, right? No, I'm not. I'm messaging a friend to stop sending me TikToks because I can't watch them on stream anymore.
あくまでもお願いですから。もし具体的な読みからの逃亡の手口が書かれていたのであれば、即刻破棄の上、彼は今度こそ極刑だったかもしれませんね。
Maybe. Maybe. Sorry. Yeah, I probably wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to do it until, like, unless I got like unless I got permission personally. Boner. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by stuff. Sorry, I'm back. Huh?
ただ現実問題としてカイナだけがそう何度もうまくいくでしょうか。
It can, yeah. The tracking I use is quite good. It would be better if I used something slightly more different, but I can't be bothered setting that up. Yum yum yum. Yeah, I use a combination of VBridger and VTube Studio. But if I can use a different app on my phone that's a bit better. Because like right now, my setup is VTube Studio on my phone to VBridger and then VBridger to VTube Studio on my PC. There's a different app on my phone I can use called iFacial Mocap or something similar. That is like VBridger but for a phone. So that to VBridger to VTube Studio would look even more better, but I can't be bothered, and iFacial Mocap is a paid app, and you know, I'm broke.
"兄弟愛を非難したくはありませんが、彼ばかりひいきされては不服を唱える者が出るはずです。
Yeah. I need to stop being lazy and like do content creator stuff, but I can't be bothered doing that. Everyone's like, you need to make TikToks. So I'm like, I don't want to make TikToks. But I do need to start making, like, stuff. Ah, I'm a bad VTuber. Yeah, it's mostly a hobby. Is that my paycheck? Hey, payslip! Okay, give me a sec. I need to check the payslip. Yep, that is my, everything looks okay. Sweet. That is what I expected to see. Now I need to move it to my payslip folder. Do you... I forget I have tongue out sometimes. So like when I do the blah 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 blah, I forget. I just see it in the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh my god, I have a tongue. They completely distracted me from what I was about to ask. What I was about to ask is what I do with my payslips is I have a specific folder in my email that is payslips. And I move it all there so they're all in one place. I was wondering, do you guys do that? Or is it only me? I mean, I can do that. But am I gonna? I really look at my pay stubs, really? I mean, yeah. I get my payslip emailed to me, and then a few hours later I'll get the money into my account as well. So I just like keeping them all together. Speaking of, I've been paid a total of 191 times from this job. My first payslip was in 2021. So I have been working there for a while. Anyway, back to gaming, the thing we're here for. What he said did make sense. There are far more residents than I knew in Yomi, with the same brand on their cheeks. Anyway, I should go tell Kaina.
Kanan が確かにそう言ったの？
Yay, Kainan! Oh, a website. That's cool. I wish my company had a website that I could look at that stuff. We have a stupid app that's depreciated, I think is the word for it now. Depreciated, so if I delete it, it will go away. My work is a joke. He certainly did.
ああ、よかった。
I was fortunate that someone at the dormitory was able to find him for me.
手紙を書いた甲斐があったよ。君のおかげだ。本当にありがとう。
Okay, kinda. I know you're excited, but there's still a possibility it might not happen. There wasn't a trace of a shadow in the burst of joy he displayed. But I'm sure deep down he felt sorrow and remorse about what happened to his lost love.
ああ、もう今夜から人足もっと頑張れる。鳥居なんてすぐ出来上がるよ。
The shrine pillars.
俺、聞いてない？俺たち罪人があの鳥居の人足なんだよ。
Let's focus on the game. I think I might go for another 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour, I think. So he works at night because...
そんな落ち込まないで。賞を積み上げることによって罪をあがなえるらしいからさ。もう俺何百個でも積むよ。
Yeah, so about 30 minutes to an hour, give or take. Maybe 45 minutes, close to 2. I gave an awkward smile as I couldn't seem to bring myself to cheer him on. By the way, I'm so sorry. I was told what you wrote in that letter. Kind of let out a brief sigh, shifting his eyes away from me.
花なんてめめしい男と思ったろ？
Not at all. I'll pray that you'll be able to offer them as soon as possible. Why what? What did I say? Oh yeah. I mean, I guess because they're criminals and it was a punishment and she's a member, well, she was the member of the Otsu, right? So like, I guess he's assuming everyone will have that inherent bias.
ありがとう。やはり君は優しいね。オランピア。
Yeah, I mean, I need to. I've not been drinking as much water as I should recently. I'm not doom scrolling yet. Every time I look at my bank account to see if my money's coming, I take a sip of water. I'm playing my own drinking game. Do I have my money yet? A while later. I'd better look for my husband. I should try and make some friends first. I listened to the sound of people around me as I sat on the bench in the plaza.
あら、オランピア様よ。お相手はそろそろ決まったのかしら。あら、赤座様ではないの？
No, it's not gonna be a casa yet. No.
私はナグサ様という噂を聞いたけど。
I am hungry. And I hunger. Oh, what's the song? Like, just... I said that... I said I hunger and a song came into my head and I can't grasp the lyrics fully. I hunger for your touch. Da-da. What song am I thinking of? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's gonna piss me off. I can't remember what song. Oh! What is it? Tell me! Cough. I'm fine. Oh? What's that? Oh, cool. Who's that?
クロバ様も素敵よね。酷だけど、断りの副所長だし、あの方なら妻になりたい。
Kuraba said he's husband to all the women on the island.
ああ、そろそろまた新しい
Heidi!
が出ないかな。
Heidi jump scare. Ah! I almost fell off the bench hearing a sudden voice behind me.
最近辻裏がさっぱり売れなくて。
That reminds me, I used to play this Facebook game called Miss Crits, which is basically Pokemon. I miss that game. I miss Miss Crits. Nice. Your niece is amazing. She's awesome.
真っ白いお姉さんの話はみんな大好きだからな。今でも売れてるし。
No, Dottidums. Highly shush. Too bad. Unfortunately for you, I doubt you'll see any new articles for a while. Oh, percentage. Okay, okay.
そうなんですか？売り上げがなくなってご飯が食べられなくなったらどうしよう。
Maybe if you weren't such a dick, people would be nicer to you. You're so mean. I guess he's mean. He's mean to surface people. Seriously? In any case, I don't want to behave as immaturely as him. I'll have one, Sujiura.
毎度ありがとうございます。
Heidi put a Sujiura in my hand before walking away. Love is far away. Just my luck, and of all times. He is. Shh. I'm home, Daifuku. Kiki. Welcome back. Are you tired, Hime? I stayed at the plaza as long as I could, but I still wasn't able to talk to any of the men there. At this rate, the year's gonna pass before I know it. It's been a week, girl. Chill. You have 12 whole months. It's like all these men are running away from me. I can't even make friends with any of them. My shoulders slumped down in disappointment.
Olympia 様、お戻りです
Chigaya!
か?
My favorite NPC.
たった
Well, one of
今、
them.
緑の天草四郎時貞様という方がお見えになりまして。
I tried to drink in a funny way and it just went right down my throat. Oh, he's here. Tokisada? What brings him here?
こんばんは、お姉さん。急にごめんね。
Ah, he's got his little capey on. No, he loves us too much. It's alright. But is something the matter?
僕は恋愛経験のないウブで奥手な少年だから、率直に言います。
Say what?
僕をお婿さんにしてください。
Okay. He's... What? He's the only ally to do this. Wow. He's confessing right now? Or what? Huh? Yeah, for real.
冗談じゃないよ。ちゃんと順を追って説明するね。僕はね、まだ17歳だから、この島の男性の後輩適齢期には少し早い。でも、お姉さんがお婿さん探しを始めたっていうのは、もう島中に広まってる。それで緑でもその話になって、求婚だけでもしてみてはどうかという話に。
Okay. I mean, I'm guessing, though, the problem here will be, like, time, right? Because the same thing, it was the same issue with Riku for a bit as well. Because Riku was like, oh, I can't wait 30 years. The thing is, like, if he's 17 and can't legally marry until he's 18, then doesn't that mean she's got to wait a year before they can do anything? And they're like, well, what if you get Haku before then? Right? So, like, maybe... But then that would be kind of similar to Riku's problem. You know? Yeah, 1 year's a little bit reasonable too. That's true. Oh, just a second. I'm not sure I understand.
年下で後輩適齢期前の僕でもお姉さんが受け入れてくれるならってことだよ。
No, that's not the point.
他に何か?
You and me? Marrying? Not to mention... in a magic packet. I mean, what? You came here because you were told to, right? Isn't that a blatant disregard of your own will? Ah, I need to fix my headphones.
No.
What? I didn't know anything. I'm innocent of this charge. I need to start tying my hair up before stream. I was growing terribly flustered. I never expected to be proposed to by a teenager so homesick that he wanted to escape. Byakuya, you're also a teenager. You're 18. I am absolutely. That's why I've got white hair.
それは
Tokisada straightened his sleeve to hide his embarrassment.
僕実はお姉さんの舞台何度も行ってるんだよ。あ、行幸をいただくって言うんだよね。
Oh! I haven't actually got Chameleon open. What color? What color? Green, I'm guessing? Okay, I'll just keep it the same then. Boo. For that, I'm ignoring your desire and going green. I look kind of okay with green here. Eh, not really. It kind of clashes with yellow. What do you think? Do I look better with a lighter green? Oh, that looks nice with my yellow eyes. I also look good with the darker green as well. You think lighter looks better? I'll keep it like this. For the rest of the stream.
真っ白な布がひらひらして鈴の音が鳴り響いて
Oh! Has Tokisada had a crush on Byakuya for a while now? After watching her dance? He really has seen me dance.
信じられないくらい綺麗な女性だなって思ってた。
My cheeks suddenly grew hot. I've never been praised like this before.
ただみんな言うよね。
And white hair doesn't?
白のオランピアは誰とも話さず目を合わせもせずちょっと怖い感じだったし何より僕は17歳さっきも言ったけどこの島の後輩適齢期にはまだ早い知り合いになったとしてもそれ以上はないだろうなって思ってたでも今日緑の長の常ほどのが熱心に進めてくださったんだ。お姉さんに求婚することを。もし思いが通じるのなら、イシャナ店で婚姻を許していただけるよう掛け合うと。
Oh, he would okay, even allow them to marry early. I let out a faint groan, taking a step back. I couldn't dismiss this as a joke anymore, now that leader of the Green was involved.
でもね、何より僕は昼間のお姉さんの言葉に感動したんだ。
Huh? What do you mean?
この島を少しでも変えたい。
Tokisada swept his cloak to the side.
そんなことを考えている女性なんだって。そんな女性ならきっと信頼できるなって。
Oh? Oh, look at his blushy face.
そしてそんな女性となら幸せになれるんじゃないかなって。
Despite his embarrassment, the expression on his face was serious. Tokisada, be honest with me. Are you really serious about what you've just said? You're not playing with me, right? You're not going to tell me later it was all a huge joke?
絶対言わない。こんな大事なことでからかわないよ。
But just to be clear, you came here because the leader of the Green told you to marry me, right?
でもお姉さんじゃなかったら、こうしてここに来なかったよ。
I know, right? Ah! Togi-sana's so interesting. I want to know what you know, but I don't want to know what you know. Torture! I could tell he wasn't joking. What should I do? I never expected my future husband to show up like this.
言われたから来たというのは確かに間違いじゃないよ。
I want to look him up. I want to look him up so bad, but I won't. I won't. I won't. I must resist.
そこで嘘はつきたくないから正直に言った。でも僕がいた世界では言い名付けは親が決めることも普通にあったし、祝言の日まで花嫁さんの姿を知らないのも当然だったから、つい。
He redacted so it would be Shh. No more than that. Oh, he did something else. It would be I'm into this. This is why I left Togi-sana for last, because Togi-sana was the most, like, Yosuga absolutely captured my attention first, and then I was like, oh, and then Riku, and then Kuroba. But out of all the love interests, Togi-sana is the one I've been most story-wise interested in. Shugen.
ここではそう言わないのかな。祝いの言葉と書いて祝言だよ。婚礼のことだよ。幸せになれそうな響きでしょ。
Is Shugen the consummation of the marriage? Or is it something else? Wait, is that my mind being dirty, or is that actually what he's meaning? That must be the actual ceremony. Shugen. Sure, it's a nice word, but I shouldn't make decisions just because something sounds nice.
今日昼間にお姉さんがあんなことを言って、戻ったら常ほどのがそんなことをおっしゃって、思い立つ日を吉日って言うでしょ。だからこうして来たんだ。
This doesn't make much sense to me, but
それともお婿さんはやっぱり赤座？
So much conclusion jumping from... I know, right? It's part of this game's DNA, I think. That's just a rumor.
離れろ。彼女に指一本触れるな。本日よりこの白のオランピアは我々断りの保護下に置かれることになった。あの時実は僕もすぐそばにいたんだよ。助けなきゃって思った時にはもうお姉さんは赤座の腕の中で。
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll be finishing up soon, probably after the scene's over. Once Toki-sana leaves, I'll finish up stream. I'll let you get on with it. And I've got to get my food.
すごくお似合いだなって。僕がこういうのもな
Yeah,
んだ
too
けど。
bad Togisada, this is your route, not his. Togisada was there that day too. He's never told me that before.
僕は緑だから、関の彼には絶対にかなわない。
Really?
そうだよ。赤座は原式の関だから、色相が上でしょ。彼がお姉さんと婚姻しますって言ったら、僕は黙って引き下がるしかない。
Oh no. Darkness, my old friend. It's nice to see you here again. Is that how things work here? The color class system is so absurd. In any case, I've already vowed to never take him as my husband, so you don't have to worry about that.
あ、よかった。なら僕でもいい？ほら、パリスもぜひ僕をお婿さんにって言ってる。
He then brought out Paris from under his cloak. Paris sat up on Tokisada's hand, staring at me with great intensity.
僕たちが夫婦になったら、兄弟仲良く一緒に暮らせるんだよ。
What?
けけけ。
Oh, this was... I remember struggling to voice Paris with a deep, squeaky voice. We said... Oh. We simply... How do I voice a squeaky mouse that's got a deep voice? We siblings. That sounds... he's... No, he's not... Goofy. We siblings are fully fledged adults, so living together does not mean we will be happy. But Lord Tokisada is rather lonesome, despite appearances, so it might be greatly appreciated if you would stay by his side. That was awful. That was so bad. I'll practice.
パリスもお姉さんと暮らしたいって。
Is he really saying that? If only I knew what Paris was squeaking about. I took a few deep breaths to try and steady my thoughts. You know, I appreciate that you came to visit me, but I've been drinking so much water and it's still not enough. But I can't make a decision about it right now.
僕のこと嫌い？
I'm okay. Seeing Tokisada suddenly dispirited, I found it hard to respond. Lady Amaterasu, what should I do? Why don't we start as friends? How about we start as friends?
でも僕たちもう友達だよね。
How about we start as best friends? Well, yes, but... all I can say now is that I like you, and that I don't dislike you. It's just that this is all so sudden, I need some time to think about it.
なら、まずはデートしよ
う。Huh? Where did that come from?
でも、デートって好ましい相手と仲を深めることでしょ？デートしなかったら進展は望めないと思うんだけど。
Well, I guess he does have a point. I can't make a decision without knowing him better.
急といえば急だし、僕も無理強いしたいわけじゃないし。
No, Tokisada, this is actually a breath of fresh air because... Oh, we've had to do so much chasing. It's so nice that the guy's taking initiative for once in this game. It's always Byakuya falling first. In the route so far, she's always been the one to fall in love first. It's kind of refreshing that Tokisada seems to be the one with the crush first. Exactly.
でも、お婿さん候補には入れてほしい。
だからまずはこっそり確かめる。香りや肌触り、君にとって美味しいものかどうか。
I should try and take an interest in him at least. He doesn't seem to be a bad person. I understand. I accept your invitation for a date.
やった
So, what exactly do you have in mind?
ー。
Toki-sana, you actually need to think of a date as well.
ごめん。
He's
僕もすぐに
adorable!
は
Oh my
浮かばな
god.
あ、そうだ。クリームソーダは？
Ice cream float. A sweet drink made by topping a flavored soda with ice cream.
お昼頃になると、あの日時計広場にたくさん屋台が出るの知ってる？
They have them there? I moved closer to him without thinking. I don't know, I never thought I'd get this far right. Exactly the moment. Ice cream floats, they sound delicious.
そこにね、いろいろな味のソーダ水があるんだよ。青とか緑とか赤とか黄色とか、色によって味が違う。好きなソーダ水に好きなアイスを浮かべられるんだよ。
That sounds delicious, I can't wait to try it.
よし、決まり。お姉さんは手紙の配達があるよね。午後1時くらいなら終わってる？
I should be done by then.
なら明日、その時間に広場で待ち合わせはどう？
Yes, let's.
よかった。デートの約束までできるなんて来た甲斐があった。
Oh, really?
では、そろそろ失礼いたします。突然の来訪、何卒ご容赦ください。
Toki-san bowed to me with more decorum than usual and left as soon as I stood, and then left as I stood there in a daze. I got reeled in with ice cream and soda.
僕をお婿さんにしてください。
This was all so sudden. Date night. Sweet. I am gonna put a save in it right there. Chink. And we are gonna leave it there for today. That's... No, it's okay. I need to actually drink more water because I haven't been drinking as much as I should recently. That was a nice stretch as well. But yes, we're going to leave it there for today. On Wednesday for Americans, we'll probably be playing more of this, maybe. It depends. If I really, really get into Pokemon ZA, we might be playing more of that. We might be playing that on stream. It really just depends on how I feel, I guess. Like, if I'm really into Pokemon and I want to keep playing Pokemon, then we'll play Pokemon on stream. But if I want to play more of this, we'll play more of this. Yeah. I mean, it would probably be partway through the main story because I probably would have started the game by then. But if you're not too hooked up on just fun Pokemon shenanigans, then it might be nice to take a wee break from Olisoi for Pokemon. I mean, first I gotta buy the game first, but that is the plan. Also, I will mention, my stream days, well, one stream day, might change, probably is changing. So I will still be streaming on Wednesdays for Americans, but I'll also be streaming Tuesdays for Americans instead of Mondays. My hours at work are changing. So instead of having in New Zealand time, I have Tuesday off and work Wednesday and then have Thursday off. So I go day on, day off, day on, day off. So what's happening now is that I'm going to be working Monday and Tuesday. Then I'll have Wednesday and Thursday off. Then I'll go Friday through till Tuesday again. So we'll be back-to-back streams. But yeah, for Americans, I'll be streaming Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I believe. If it's my Wednesday and Thursday, yeah. But yeah, it's unfortunate. I'm trying to fight it, specifically on Sundays because my Sunday hours have changed. But yeah, it's unfortunate there's not much I can do about it. But yeah, I might stream at a different time on Tuesday. It might be the same time as these streams, or it might be early in the morning. I'm not sure what time is best, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's kind of all the updates I really have. So I guess, yeah, pretty much. So long as they give me 2 weeks notice, they can do whatever the fuck they want, really. But yeah, that's kind of the only updates I think I've got for now. So until next time, stay electrifying, and I will zap you later. Bye!